As a mom of 6 kids, I get a ton of questions about raising 6 kids, marriage, homeschool, but who gets more questions than me is my husband. So every Monday, I host an Ask Me Anything over on Instagram. We call it Mama Monday Ask Me Anything. Get it? My husband came up with that one. And so I hosted one where everyone could ask questions for both Tim and I about our marriage, about how he feels about homeschooling, how he feels as a dad raising 6 kids. And we answered all those questions here on this YouTube video. It's our first YouTube video, so show it some love, like, subscribe, save. I don't know what the YouTubers say, but it helps because that will get him to keep showing up and doing these things too. What's your mindset in helping out with kids / house things when you are the provider? So like you provide, like you're the financial provider, you're the one who works. Mm-hmm. So what is your take on also contributing to the house and the kids?
Why would I expect to be off the clock if mom's never off the clock? I know little kids are a lot of work, and even older kids, are still a lot of work, especially when you homeschool. So I wouldn't expect you to do everything. When I come home from work, it doesn't mean I just get to sit around. There's always things to do around the house, and you just gotta chip in, and the whole family will just be happier. That's just part of my responsibilities, and it's fun to be in the kid's life anyways. I want to set an example for my sons, make sure that they know to help as well, and I don't mind. And then when the house is functioning better, I think it's just everyone's happier.
One big happy family.
Oh, when did you know she was the one?
We've been over this. I don't know. It wasn't like a moment for me. It was like a progression. When you start dating, you're like, okay, I think she could be the one. And then eventually through time, you see how well you click, you share the same goals, to a degree. And then you make the commitment, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't a moment. I don't know.
It wasn't like a moment where I was just like laughing, basking in the sun.
No.
Like, oh, she's the one. No, it was progression. It was a progression for me as well. It's like, yeah, like you say, when you first start dating, like, oh, I see the potential, then it goes from there. Okay, what is the biggest benefit of homeschooling? And was Tim always on board?
Yeah, I was on board with it, but I knew you're...
How come? Like, how come you were on board? Because you went to private school, public school. I went to public school.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% on board. I felt like it was the right thing to do. I still had my reservations about it. I want the kids to grow up and be normal. I was worried about the socialization aspect as well. But I know your sister was homeschooled, and so I got a taste of it then. And then, I don't know if you want me to comment on this, but I read this book called The Homeschool Revolution.
Oh, yeah.
And I really like that. And it really can open my eyes to, like, there's a lot of resources. And you can maybe even get your kids a little advanced if they are inclined in certain areas. They can develop skills that they wouldn't have time to develop if they went to school all day. For the most part, I was always on board. I just wasn't always as confident as you were about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, does Tim get annoyed with the filming, or does he like the attention? It just sounds like because he's not a man about attention.
Yeah, I don't really like the attention.
You just so supportive of me. That's why you do the films. You support me.
Yeah, I do. I do get annoyed by it sometimes. Sorry, you know that.
How dare you?
Number 1, how dare you?
But yeah, I don't know. That's where then Chrissy really loves it. So I think it's kind of fulfilling for her. I put up with it.
Well, so is it like what?
Most of the time, it doesn't bother me. There's just moments where I don't feel like doing it, or I just want to move on with our life. But most of the time, it's fine. Yeah, you don't film that much. It's not like the camera's always out.
Yeah.
There's just certain moments that you pull it out and you ask for the family to cooperate, and most of the time, it's fine.
Yeah, I usually try to do it at times where it's like everyone's good. It's never really forced.
Right.
But you might be just like, I just want to go to bed. Yeah. I'm like, oh, let's do this shot in the kitchen really quick of you hugging me. What was the most challenging part of becoming a dad? Have you learned to love it?
I guess the challenging part was just thinking that I could do it. When we found out you were pregnant with her first, it was kind of like, how, I can't even take care of a lawn. How can I take care of a kid?
He has a lawnmower.
But yeah, I absolutely love it. I would love to have more kids. I think being a dad's the best thing that I've ever done. And it's very rewarding, and it's really challenging, but yeah, I love it.
Was it just getting over that mindset then? That mindset?
No, there's challenging parts with kids throwing tantrums now.
Yeah.
And keeping your patience. So
the challenges keep coming.
Yeah.
And you just deal with them as they come, I guess.
Yeah, and every kid's different. Some kids have been easy in one respect and hard and different in another respect. But I don't know. It's still totally worth it,
Oh, here we go. Intimacy while co-sleeping. What has been your experience?
Well, kids aren't always co-sleeping either, right? Sometimes we get them in a crib.
Yeah, for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, they just don't stay in the crib all night.
I get asked this a lot on my AMAs. You want to know what I say?
What do you say?
I say there's just a lot of other spaces outside the bed.
Oh.
Oops.
Well, now if company comes over, they're going to be wondering.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
You have nothing else to say on that?
That's it.
We figured it out. 6 kids later. How do you guys keep a happy, healthy marriage and stay a team?
We keep a happy, healthy marriage because we both contribute to every aspect of it.
Oh, that's good. That's a bar.
It's a what?
A bar?
It's a bar.
It's like when you like say a good statement, like,
Oh.
oh, that's something to remember. We have a happy, healthy marriage because we both want to contribute to every aspect of it.
Right. I mean, I'll feed the baby, you feed the baby. I mean, not the same way necessarily, but
Yeah.
we feed the kids. We all help with the laundry.
Yeah, we don't see something and I think,
That's Chrissy's.
yeah, that's your, exactly. Like we see something and we want to get it done. I mean, there might be some times where I'm like, oh, the dishes, like, I'm just going to leave this for you.
Or, I mean, if there's like an issue with a toilet or a sink or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm talking more about like the tidying. Like you don't see a pile of laundry and think, oh, that's her job to do. You'll see a pile of laundry and get it done. Oh yeah, and I think we're both very much understand that we can't be 50-50 all the time. Right? Like especially when I've just given birth, for example. When I postpartum, you really pick everything up. You run the whole house. You do almost everything. And I just, I hold the baby and I'm breastfeeding constantly. But, you're my rock in that. And there's only so much I can give during that time. So you're definitely doing, 90%, 95%. And we understand that though, that there's times where one of us can't give it our all. And so I think that's a big one. Date night ideas when having little ones.
Popcorn movie, no phones.
And then another one is because our kids are not the best sleepers, we do a lot of we don't do a lot of them, but when we can go on a date, it's during the day. So we'll do a brunch or something. Would love to hear Tim's experience of the journey to having a big family.
I always wanted 4 kids. I thought 4.
Yeah, me too.
I only had an older sister. And, we totally got along and we played together sometimes, but it wasn't quite the experience that I would like to have my kids to have. So 4 sounded like a better number, someone to play with, really.
Yeah.
But then as far as the journey to a big family goes, that just comes down to Chrissy and I kind of growing deeper in our faith.
Yeah.
We at our church, we met a lot of big families, and for a while there, we thought it was odd, it was different, but now we almost feel like we have a small family in a way. At least I do.
Compared to them, I mean, we pulled up to church and it was just like Sprinter vans galore.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, and now it's just the more the merrier. Everyone's having a ton of fun, and there's moments where the other kids, I think, kind of wish, they had more mom and dad time. But I think we do a good job kind of balancing it out.
Yeah.
I do find time to spend with all the kids kind of one-on-one or in smaller groups. And I have these lifelong friends to just spend time with, to look out for each other when they get older. And I think life is just going to be a lot of fun for them. So
They have so much fun together.
Yeah.
They really do. The attention from the older kids is more they just want to do things, and the little ones might hold them back a little bit. And whenever they voice that to us, we usually work it out to where we get the grandparents help with the little ones, and we'll take them on like an older sibling day.
we're like late night video game session.
Oh yeah, that's the one we have been doing where once the little ones go to sleep, we'll grab the big ones and we play video games, just the 4 of us or just the 5 of us. Did you really listen to the doctor after they said to wait for 6 weeks?
Yeah, we did, right?
I don't wait with all of them.
We did.
I think we did. I was scared. I didn't want to break anything, you know?
I think one of them we didn't.
Maybe. But I mean, it wasn't like...
But I didn't get pregnant with that one or anything. I didn't get pregnant right away, but...
Yeah, and we usually listen to the 6 weeks.
We do. Yeah, we do. And usually I'm just like...
Yeah, not in the mood.
Not in the mood. Tired. I don't know if you're in the mood either. I mean, you're tired too. I mean, he's very on it with me. Like, he gets up with her every feeding, everything. So we're both in that sleep-deprived state, that newborn stage. What can a wife do to nurture her marriage with all the demands?
I mean, there's 2 sides of it, but one, just letting your husband know you appreciate him. Maybe if you don't feel like doing it physically, or if you don't have time to make food or whatever because you're so busy with the kids, that might help.
Words of affirmation.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because that's something. Yeah, you'll finish work and you'll do dinner. Like he'll pick up a lot with the house because he sees how I am with all the kids. But I'm constantly like, thank you so much, and I really appreciate this.
Yeah, and I also
Words of appreciation.
Also, my job is like, I sit at a desk most of the day working on a computer. So if you're
Like out there,
if you're out there,
hard labor.
or you're just moving around a lot. I know you meet lots of clients or whatever. I can see it. It's hard to come home and want to chip in. So it's easier for me to come and make dinner and do things like that. But I think just letting a husband know those positive affirmations
Yeah.
will help him understand and maybe why dinner's not ready or why the house is a mess or whatever, and he'll be more willing to chip in.
Communicate.
Yeah. I mean,
I bring this up. I'll say like, oh, let them know how much you appreciate them. And they're like, oh, it's the bare minimum for men. Like, this is stuff they should be doing. But I always think about, you like to be told you're doing a good job at your job that you get paid for. Like, why would you not want to be told you're doing a good job, even if it's expected of you,
right.
you know?
Right, absolutely.
Like, you still want to know you're doing a good job and that people appreciate you. So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is just, I know you'll do nights where you do so much, and I'll just come up to you at the end, give you a hug, but thank you so much. And I think that goes a long way, right? Oh, okay, this kind of goes in line with this. Does it bother guys when their wife is not fixed up when they get home from work?
It doesn't bother me.
Hope not.
I was just I just want there to be like progress throughout the day, right? The kids got schooled.
Yeah, I don't think any mom's really just sitting around.
Yeah.
There's no way, right? But yeah, I don't think you expect, at least you don't.
No, I mean,
not every day. I mean, I think you like it when I dress up for church.
I think you'll feel better if you put clothes on versus staying in your pajamas all day, right? Like you did something, you got something done.
Yeah, I do feel better. But whenever I stay in my pajamas, you don't bat an eye.
No, that's fine.
No. I mean, I just enjoy it when I do get dressed. But it's not something you expect from me.
No.
So it doesn't bother you?
It doesn't bother me.
No.
Good answer.
I want to ditch birth control and be open to life. How can I talk about this with my husband?
You know, part of our belief is that we kind of just give it up to God and we trust in his plan for us.
Oh yeah, natural family planning though. That's what helped me be more open to life, was knowing that I could track my cycle and just abstain during ovulation on times where we were feeling like right now we have a lot of little ones. We had our 6th baby when our oldest was 8. So right now that's a method we're practicing, is just where we're abstaining, and that's a sacrifice in itself. And we can go all that another day, but it's not as if you can't do anything. Like you know, you can naturally.
Oh, gotcha.
Right, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can natural birth control.
Well, it's all about planning, right? And that if you feel like you're not ready for it, then you plan, natural family planning to, you know, I don't want to say avoid a pregnancy, but just to
Space them out.
space them out. And if it doesn't happen, then
Yeah.
there are bigger plans for you.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. But and then when it comes to talking to your husband about it, I mean, you guys definitely have to be on the same page faith-wise. What helped you?
I love having the big family. Then we're almost a little more free, not having to, we don't really worry about it necessarily, right?
We don't have that constant burdenness of, are we done? Are we done? Are we done having kids? Like that massive decision, like that. We have been so freed from that, you know, because that's a big decision to make.
Like a non-religious angle could be like the health, and not using your spouse as just some kind of tool to accomplish an end. It's like, you know what I mean? So I know, with birth control, it almost makes it feel like it's all about just getting up
pleasure.
the pleasure.
Yeah, and that's it. And then that can complicate things a little bit. How do you make time for each other with big family and lots of little ones?
At night, we try to make time for each other usually, and then sometimes during the day, my parents will take the kids, or Chrissy's parents will take the kids.
We always have the baby.
As she gets better with other people, then we'll drop off at the grandparents as well. But so usually at night.
Yeah. In such a busy parenting season, how do you ensure you both feel appreciated?
Yeah, just communication. Yeah.
Tim, what is your favorite dress your wife has?
The white one you've been wearing recently, right? Or even the white and blue flowery one.
Oh, yeah? I'll have to post a picture of that.
Yeah, those are nice.
Oh, yeah, I know you like those. You gotta tell me those things. I'll wear more for you.
I always tell you look beautiful.
I know you do. And any dress I wear, so I don't know which one's your favorite. I guess, what's your favorite part about having a big family?
It's just a lot of fun. I mean, everyone's
So fun.
Yeah, kids are always running around.
Our house is so full of just like laughter and love, and
It's chaotic.
chaos.
It's pretty wild sometimes, and sometimes you get a situation where there's like 4 out of 6 kids are crying.
Yeah. But that's where it's like you're on the same team. And I feel like you and I have had like really big bonding moments through that. Like we'll have like, I'll have 2 kids, he'll have 2 kids, and we just kind of look at each other and start laughing. Like there's no one else I'd rather be doing this with, you know? And I think that's just like the key to marriage. Like when you marry, it's like when those hard moments hit, like who do you want in the trenches with you, you know? And sometimes we just look at each other and we start to laugh. Like, can you believe? It's like all 4 of them are melting down at the same time. Since your marriage, I had to put this in, I guess thought so well. Since your marriage, has Tim ever wanted to explore other connections with women?
No, I haven't.
That's a good answer.
And that's not really something we believe in.
No.
Just Chrissy and I from here on out, so no.
The temptation of lust is something that we should always be actively trying to avoid.
And that comes down to like using other people for your pleasure kind of thing too, right? And it's not, I don't think it's really healthy for your relationships, for your family, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. What was the best thing Tim did for you postpartum? Tim, advice for dads postpartum. I mean, just you do everything for me. A big help is I'm not doing the nights alone, even though sometimes I feel like I should because you have to tend to all the other kids in the morning. I think it's really helpful. I don't feel so lonely. Like every time the baby wakes up, you get up out of bed and you're there with me. And that way when I breastfeed, you're the one to do the diaper change and swaddle them back to bed so I can try to get more rest. And that's really helpful. But what's your advice for dads postpartum?
Yeah, just be ready to help your wife, whatever she needs. Yeah, you just think about everything your wife went through, and delivering a baby is hard on her body.
Carrying the baby.
Carrying the baby's hard.
Throwing the baby.
All that stuff. And nursing is hard too if they're nursing. So just try to be there for your wife and help with whatever you can, and don't give her a hard time. She's tired. I know you're probably gonna be tired too. She might snap at you. Do your best not to snap back because it's not gonna, you starting a fight with mom postpartum is not gonna end well.
No, I think the biggest thing I've learned, at least, because I can get sassy and feisty, is not to match energy. Like if someone's unless it's positive, I guess. But if someone's in a bad mood, matching their energy and like giving it right back to them, it doesn't solve anything. It makes things like 10 times worse.
Escalates everything.
And that's the same with like your kids too. When like they're really frustrated, someone has to be the bigger person or nothing's going to progress. I love the saying, they're not giving me a hard time, they're having a hard time. I think that goes for your marriage too. I use that with the kids all the time, but if wife's postpartum, she's not trying to give you a hard time, she's having a hard time.
Yeah. And usually when someone's short or upset, it's because something else is going on, right? Something with work or something went wrong in their day and now they're upset and they end up taking it out on you.
Yeah. Okay. How do you handle parenting disagreements?
I guess we just talk about it. I don't know what we disagree on.
I can tell you how you handle it really well. We really do see eye to eye, and I think it's because he's a really great leader. You lead at home, you lead at work, and what makes a good leader, you listen to the input of who's affected, and you listen to the people who might have more knowledge than you in that area, and then you execute it appropriately. So like for me, I have an education early childhood development. I was a teacher. And I do a ton of research on parenting and different methods and tools. I've even written about parenting stuff. So you really take in what I have to say, and you don't just think you know better. Like you listen to what I have to say. And I think that's how we're able to agree on things. And if you disagree, like, when it comes to the boys, like there's things where you're like, no, you're being a little too soft. Like, I don't know. I really listen to you when it comes to that too, because I'm not a man. I'm not a boy. I didn't even grow up around boys. So I really value your input with that as well. But you take what I have to say from my expertise, and then I take what you have to say from your experience. We don't really disagree on a lot of parenting things.
Yeah. I just know I don't know everything, and someone knows better than I do. So typically I'm open to that input, and then, make a decision from there, whether or not you like it, and then forward.
Communication. I mean, I think you're open in communication and you communicate well. Thanks, Tim, for joining us today. Thanks, babe, for answering everyone's questions. This is very helpful. My editor said I needed an outro. I don't really know what that is because I'm very new to YouTube, but I think it's something like, if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and save. See you next time. I don't know.